Hello everybody, my name is Zariel,
My name is Rijeka.
and today we are playing Echo. Now, Echo is a funny little game. It's sort of, it holds its place in the furry visual novel canon. I would say that it's pretty famous, so probably most people that are watching this video will know what it is, but you haven't played the game before, right?
I have no idea what the game is about. You literally just told me that this should be a really good game to start off with the channel gameplays, and yeah, I just trust you in it, but I have no idea what the game is about.
Yeah, and it's about a lot of different things. It gets really interesting at times, maybe a little scary at times.
Huh.
You will
Okay.
see. So,
Okay,
Let's-
I'm intrigued now.
let's start because we don't have much time. I mean, we have plenty of time. We're not in a rush.
No, no.
Okay.
Okay.
I think you should voice this character.
Okay. I knew you'd be back. You will come back eventually. Why do you try to run away in the first place? It doesn't matter. Even though you are here, you're going to try and run again. Just stop. Because just like this now, you're only moving in circles. The classic visual novel trope. It goes by the days of the week.
Yep. Yeah, Mom, I brought it. No, I've got everything. No, TJ's with us. We picked him up yesterday. No, I did call you yesterday. There was no answer. Fine, yeah. I'll try more than once next time. So Of course they're clean. Listen, I'm driving right now, so... Yes, I shouldn't be on the phone, should I? I'm gonna hang up. Okay, love you too. Bye. I sigh and finally hang up the phone, dropping it on my lap. TJ, next to me in the passenger seat, stretches back and scratches behind his ear.
Yeah, it's been a while since I have seen your mom. How is she?
I shrug. Fine, I think. She wouldn't tell me if she wasn't anyway. TJ taps a foot against the dashboard before yawning.
Wow. I feel like we have been driving for days.
Normally, TJ wasn't one to whine, but the long drive was obviously getting to him. It was getting to all of us, honestly. I look over at him. We're almost there. Why don't you listen to some music or something?
My thought been there for the past 2 hours. I didn't know it would take us 8 hours to get there.
I sigh. Whether that dig was purposeful or not, I still feel a little embarrassed. I'll admit, I got us lost for a few hours. Route 93 is hard to find, even with the GPS. It's no wonder that Echo's in the state it's in.
Shh. You should have brought a book. Those don't run out of batteries.
I look up into the rearview mirror and see Jenna hold up a hefty book titled Cognition. TJ sighs.
All of my books are on my phone.
Why don't you listen to the radio? TJ starts to reach for the dial.
Shh. Don't bother. We gotta hit our Higgs stations. I have some music on my phone, too. Do you have a mouse cable, Chase?
In this clunker? No, but like I said, we're almost there. Just having the three of us here is a little awkward, unbalanced. I wonder if completing our little group will bring back that old chemistry. Thinking about seeing Carl, Flynn, and Leo again makes my heart skip a beat. Take exit 127 onto Flint Road. I jerk back to the present and press on the brakes as I swerve onto the exit ramp.
Wow.
Sorry.
Chase, come on, pay attention.
TJ adds a little giggle to lighten the chastisement, but my face gets hot anyway. Hey, me and Jenna went 3 hours out of our way to pick you up from CCU. You could have taken the bus.
No, I'm grateful. I just pray this not be the place I die.
We continue down Flint Road for about 15 minutes in silence while I avoid the ever-increasing number of potholes in the road. I think we're all a little nervous now as we get closer to our destination. Unsurprisingly, there isn't another car in sight.
You guys have said it?
I look into my rearview mirror again and see that Jenna has put down her book, staring out the window. I actually haven't given a whole lot of thought as to how I would feel about the whole thing. Yeah, not really. I'm nervous. What do you want to choose?
Wait, this game does have like different endings depending on what choices do you have?
Yeah, but I don't think this one matters.
Oh, okay. Not really. Fuck this trip.
Not really. Is that what you want to pick?
No, not really. They just say I'm nervous.
I don't know. It's been a while since we've all been together. I think things will be the same.
I mean, Nico, aren't you ready to go back?
Oh.
I mean, it sounds like a place in which it's very normal to see like UFO sighting, so I'm not sure that's unsettling.
They go back and there are just like crop circles everywhere.
Yeah, like, it's just like home sound system.
I didn't really know how to answer that. Is excited the right word? It's sure as hell stressful.
Lana, we can go for a hike. I don't want to be sitting around the motel all day. Well, like this having a heat stroke in the desert. Are you seriously hiking on the trail? Ah, come on, it'd be fun. At least I know shall we come?
TJ smiles at me, raising his brows. It's too hard to say no to such an eager face. At least right now. Yeah, of course.
Anyways, it sounded you had only got the boys on your mind, Chase. Leo, maybe?
Make a slight right onto Lake Emma Road. I ignore Jenna, pretending to be distracted with adjusting the GPS. A few more minutes of silence pass before Jenna speaks up again.
So, the new change you're making, what is it about exactly?
I swerve a little to avoid another pothole. A news packet. If you remember, there was that one crazy thing that happened here in the early 1900s. I read a little about it, and it's pretty fucked up.
Come on, Chase, language. This is a Christian shot.
Uh-huh. Yeah, just thought I'd do a little more digging. Honestly, though, I just need to make something that looks good enough to pass with.
Well, this sounds kind of fun. Aren't you going to have enough time to hang out? I know Leo made some plans. She's teasing him so hard, really.
Yeah, she is. Cause she knows.
She knows like, bitch, we all know that. Come on, Chipare.
This whole thing was Leo's idea, actually. When I told him that I'd be coming down to Echo for spring break, he suggested we all use it as an excuse to have a reunion. He says it hasn't been the same since the three of us left. Yeah, I should. I just need some B-roll and shots of the old creepy locations. Shouldn't take too long. I catch a flash of blue and see the lake to our right. The conversation dies down a bit and pretty soon we're all lost in our own thoughts. Finally, we round a bend and I start to catch some glimpses of the town. The tall, rusted signs for the gas station and motel loom over the rest of the old community. Lake Emma Road merges right onto Main Street, where the motel is at. Yes, every single town in the US has a Main Street. You know, it's just part of American culture.
Yeah, they all got like a main street, even though it's kind of like around the street.
I know, it's not even like the main street in the city.
Like that, it's just some random street that they just call it the main street because I guess it's connected to a highway.
That's all you need here.
Yeah, just a way to get out.
Soon enough, we're turning into the parking lot. There are only a few other cars in the parking lot. I park in the closest spot next to the door and switch off the ignition, relieved to be done with the driving. I sit back for a moment, rubbing my eyes. Ugh, I hope you're grateful, TJ. I never want to drive that long again.
And Chase.
TJ hops out of the car, clearly happy to be out.
Oh wow, he's tiny.
And he's a lynx.
Yeah, so cute. Not feel weird putting him the voice.
Yeah, they did show you the characters before you were able to give them voices.
Yeah, that was so weird, come on. Okay, I'll commit to it.
TJ puts his paws to his back and stretches out from toes to ear tufts, and I hear a few cracks.
Gosh, it feels so good to be out there.
I smile as I follow him out and stretch as well, though less flamboyantly. It's good to see TJ reverting back to his old cheerful self.
Alright, I made the reservations, so I'll shake us in. You boys wanna bring in our stuff?
Well, I...
Sure.
Me and TJ head around to the trunk of the car, getting our bags and camera equipment while Jenna heads inside. I'm pleasantly surprised. While it's a bit musty, the room is spacious and generally clean, a lot more than I was expecting from a town like Echo. Although I've lived in the town for most of my life, I've never actually been in the motel.
Yeah, because you had a house. Hey, this is nice. And 2 double beds.
This is, a similar plot to Morinatsu up to this point.
Yeah, pretty similar. Like, I used to live in a town, but now that I'm in a break, I'm just going to go back there.
Yeah, I'm now a city boy. Am I gonna be able to handle these country woes?
Yeah, it's just exactly like Marinasu. Probably with modded bodies, but who knows?
Yeah, there might be some of those at some point.
Yeah, just a few of them. Just the healthy amount of dead bodies in a game. Yeah, dude, I get one of the nicer rooms since everything here is dirt cheap.
TJ sets his bags down on the bed.
So, I guess it would be me and Chase beds. Jenna can have her own, obviously. That's nice of you. Yeah, anyways, here are your key cards.
She hands us both our key cards, which I slip into my back pocket.
So, well, where we're gonna eat? I'm starving.
My stomach grumbles. We haven't eaten since breakfast, and it's late afternoon at this point. I pull out my phone, checking over my texts with Leo. Leo said he's gonna get us some sandwiches from the diner.
Did you tell?
Yes, I told him to substitute the bread with lettuce for yours, TJ.
Nice. Alright, well, I talked to everyone that we're here, so let's listen back. It's going to get crowded and I don't want all of our stuff in the way.
Half an hour later, we've got all of our stuff packed away in the motel drawers. Now, I'm sitting on the bed, toying with my camera equipment while TJ watches TV and Jenna organizes her schoolwork.
Jenna, you're on vacation, right? And didn't you already get into grad school? You should relax. That's exactly why I need to keep going.
There's a knock at the door, and being the closest, I get up to answer it. I'll get it. I look through the peephole excitedly, and see a beanie cap with a pair of some very familiar horns poking through it. I grin as I unlock the door and swing it open. Carl! I can voice Carl, he doesn't really talk that much.
Yeah, that's nice. That's good. Good game.
Chase! I slap paws with him and pull him into a hug, and immediately get a whiff of the pungent scent of pot. Despite that, his embrace is warm and plush, and his belly squishes against my body like a pillow through his jacket. There's an underlying sturdiness, though, and I feel his biceps bulge around my shoulders. Had he been working out? I put my paws on his shoulders and push him back, looking him over. He's changed a bit since I've last seen him. He's definitely bulkier, and the fur on his face is a bit shaggier. His eyes are a little red, and his expression is a little glazed, like he's daydreaming about someplace far away from here. Still getting blazed, huh? You know it. His jokey nature drops a bit as he gives me a genuine smile. It's good to see you again. I feel warm inside as I smile back. You too.
Is that color here?
Kyle and I step back into the room, the ram remaining slouched as we do. Hey, Jenna.
Oh, how you been?
Not bad. Just living life like I'm a bee. It sounds like he's starting to sing the lyrics to a song, but he trails off as we all look at him expectantly. He just smiles back. He's very high.
Yeah, so far he seems like just like a junkie Jack Black.
Yeah. Well, Jack Black is funny, so maybe Carl will be funny.
Yeah, who knows? Apparently he's junkie, so let's see.
Huh? Hey, is that TJ?
Hi.
Though he's smiling happily, TJ's outright crinkling his nose.
Instead of the usual habit, huh?
TJ disapproves.
Yeah. And like, oh my god, that's weird. You. I hate grass.
It's like, this is devil's lettuce.
Yeah, I hate lettuce. I hate the type of lettuce. It made me feel itchy.
Carl shrugs. I'm starting to remember that it's something he does a lot. It's his answer to almost everything.
Oh,
It gets quiet for a moment, then I clap my paws together. So, what have you been up to, Carl? You're not online that often. Carl shrugs. Oh, you know, just hanging out.
might be kinda boring considering it's Seiko.
Not going outside helps.
Do you have been able to find a job? I didn't know they closed the old corner market you used to work at.
Yeah, been kinda hard since pretty much everything's closing around here. On top of that, I still don't have a car that can get me to Peyton.
Oh, that's right. Check Christ, the one that your parents got you. Ouch.
TJ's grinning sympathetically, but Carl hunches further into himself, looking sulky. Man, don't kill my vibe.
What about school? Been thinking about going back?
Not really. Maybe. Carl's starting to lose that faraway look as he narrows his eyes.
Yeah, sure. You went for what, a semester? That's not really enough time to tell if you're really cadet for college.
I've had friends that have just gone for a semester and then dropped out.
Yeah. Like, at least just go for the whole year. To actually understand how exactly works.
Mm.
Plus, it get easier to handle once you get used to it. Perhaps. I think, I don't know. Under communication. Okay.
Yeah, well, it wasn't exactly the schoolwork that was the problem.
Yeah, cool. Try smoking this weed. That might help.
Okay, TJ.
Okay, Tingy.
What?
Oh no, he got offended. He's about to annoy.
Is this... Was I set up for an intervention or something?
He's actually gonna run away.
Kyle looks over at me as if asking for help. Hey, don't look at me. I had to deal with them for the past 10 hours. Yeah, I guess I just forgot how naggy they can be.
Let's be clear about you, Carl. Anyways, I'm pretty sure she's been missing you ever since you left college. School.
Carl and I were in the same class throughout school. As a result, we entered college together. We even roomed together for that one semester, which was a lot of fun. Of course I had missed him. Carl seems pretty eager to get off the topic, though. Speaking of school, didn't you get accepted into Weston, Jenna?
Yep. Going into experimenta psych. It's turning fall.
That's pretty cool. Congrats. Carl turns back to me. And you're into journalism, right? Another journalism student.
Another journalism student. Hopefully this one isn't as stupid.
These furry visual novel protagonists are all into journalism.
Yeah, like all the furry visual novel protagonists really want to live the danger of journalism. The most dangerous job.
I know, right? He looks over the equipment, looking confused. Oh, what's all this? Oh, yeah, one of the reasons why I'm out here. I'm doing a news segment on Echo. Sounds like the feel-good movie of the year, Chase. That's what you get out of the feel-good town of the century, Carl. Yeah. Carl scratches his muzzle before turning to TJ. And you're doing what again? Sports something Bible Olympics?
Athletic training, but yes, it's a Christian school.
Carl gives a thumbs up. Super. So we gonna eat? I'm hungry as hell.
Hell, it's a little strange there, Carl.
Hey, shut up, TJ.
Oh my god, he's very religious.
TJ is very religious.
Very religious.
Which makes sense because they're from a small town. But I don't know how any of the rest of them
Yeah.
became atheist / agnostic.
Yeah, and also having him as a friend who is still very religious.
Yeah.
Not even you can be the hungry.
Mm-hmm, sure. Where's Leo? He's bringing the sandwiches, right?
He actually just texted me that he's here. He was picking up Flynn. So, we are gonna be here? Just like the old times.
TJ almost looks like that little kid Lynx again, his ears twitching around with excitement. Oh, there they are. Being on low battery mode makes Carl do several double takes.
Oh my god.
I grip the bedspread and watch as Carl moves around the corner to open the door. I hear it open, followed by the distinctive, deep, brassy voice of Flynn. Do you want to voice Flynn?
Yeah, sure. Hey, why'd you get in the door, Fatty?
To get my sandwiches, dickface. I've got the munchies like a mother. Where are they?
Yeah, awesome. Here he is.
I guess I voiced Leo then.
Yeah, just to be even.
Hey, they all in there? My heart skips a beat and my tail thumps the bed as I hear Leo's high baritone. I wonder why.
Yeah, I wonder why. Probably nothing. You just really want sandwiches, huh?
He's very hungry.
He's just that hungry.
There's some bustling before they start coming around the corner, bringing me face to face with the rest of my childhood friends. Flynn comes first, slinking in casually, his posture loose and relaxed, slouching. It's kind of hair-ish.
Yeah, that's interesting look, huh?
Even though I don't think it's hair, but it kind of acts as hair.
But it kind of does. Like, I need to give him like some sort of mafia voice.
Unlike Carl, though, his slouch makes him look like he just doesn't give a fuck, as opposed to trying to make himself seem smaller. He wasn't a shy guy, as evident by his open shirt.
Who'd you call a dick face?
Flynn knocks Carl on the head, which makes a loud thunking sound, but Carl just grins throughout.
Hey, Yana. Here, Chase.
He nods to each of us in turn, rubbing his knuckles. Oh my god.
Like,
The lagging.
yeah. It's fine.
Immediately following him, his arms wrapped around two big brown paper bags, is Leo. He smiles over the tops of the bags, sweeping the room with his eyes along with his tail or rectangular ears. Tall rectangular ears. There we go.
Yep.
I was like, tail rectangular, that doesn't make sense. He passes on Jenna, then TJ, before finding me. His face immediately breaks into a full-on grin as he walks over to the bed I'm sitting on, setting down the bags. As he comes to a stop in front of me, I reach out my paw to slap his, like I did with Carl. Instead, he grabs it to yank me upright into a tight bear hug, nearly squeezing the air out of me. Chase! Man, I missed you. Just like Carl, it seems like Leo's gotten bigger, and stronger. He lifted me up without even trying.
No way, he isn't a liar. What is going on in this game? Everything is so confusing. Okay.
The tension I've been feeling in my chest melts away like an ice cube on an Echo sidewalk.
Oh my god.
It's hot here.
Oh my god, it's 21 pounds. We found the game.
Everything's fine. All of that worry about how he was going to react was for nothing. The hug is lasting kinda long though. I can feel everyone else looking at us.
He just wanted to keep going, didn't I? And just like he forgets where he is.
Leo finally does pull back, then smacking me on the shoulder before turning to greet Jenna and TJ. I shakily sit back down, feeling a whole lot better now that the introductions are out of the way.
Fuck. Leave Corey in a room for a second because it smells like a goddamn skunk sauna. The weed is just oozing out of your pores at this point.
Flynn theatrically plugs his nostril as he pulls the window open a crack. Carl rolls his eyes, slouching further and jamming his paws in his pockets. Oh, shut up. I think everyone here agrees that my smell is a lot better than your shedding. Nothing like leaving a big pile of lizard dust on the couch for the next person. And by the way, dude, that skunk comment was speciesist.
And the lizard comment wasn't?
Flynn turns to me, fanning air in from the outside with his hand.
What's worse, Chase? Gun smells or my dusting off?
Dusting off? That's not a thing. Try saying white flakes that chip off of me with every step I take, except when I scratch my ass. Then it's a fucking blizzard of dead skin. And some of it land in your mouth. That's what you should call it.
Fight. Hey, you furball, do it too. It's just less noticeable. Either way, it's hot in here.
Aren't you cold-blooded?
Someone turn down the goddamn thermostats. Somebody turn on your language. Oh my god, you're going to die.
I'm sure that will go over well, TJ.
You're going to die.
TJ saluted him like a cheerful kindergartner teacher, pep-talking a student into using his words.
I mean, we should knife I just right now.
They stare at each other for about 5 seconds, Flynn's expression like a stone, while TJ slowly loses his smile.
Well, Jesus but fucking Christ. I'll be sure to watch that. Flynn!
TJ actually looks pretty upset, but Flynn just reaches out and yanks him into a chokehold, the much shorter Lynx easily dwarfed by the lizard.
Shut out your breeze. I'm just kidding.
TJ half-heartedly fights the hold. I guess TJ thought he'd get some respect, now that we're all adults. No.
No, not at all. Like, your definition of adult is very generous. Just say. Hey, ow! Just say it.
Normally I might step in to help, but it's been a while since I've seen Flynn and TJ go at it. It's just too funny to stop.
Look, not Leiden. Somewhere for your almighty girl.
TJ jabs his elbow back into Flynn's stomach, doubling the lizard over for a second.
Oh, sick. Got worse cemetery. Wait, ow!
Flynn reaches up and grabs at one of the tufts on TJ's ears and yanks, earning a yowl from the feline. Foul. Species features. Species features was something we made up to make our tussles a little more fair. It involved any distinct physical difference between our species that might pose as a disadvantage, like my tail, Jenna's ears, or TJ's ear tufts. Carl was especially keen on it, being as a ram, his horns were often used as a leverage against him.
Yeah. TJ, come get your sandwich.
It's hardly a sandwich.
Yeah.
I don't think at that point you can call it a sandwich anymore.
Yeah, not at all. It's almost just like a grabbable salad.
Yeah.
You should get a salad that you can pick up with your hands.
TJ finally yanks himself out of Flynn's grasp, smoothing down his fur as he tries to look as dignified as possible.
Well, I can say things haven't changed. Anyways, give me my bowl of lettuce.
With that, TJ walks over to the table to get his food. Well, I'm pretty sure it's actually called like a lettuce wrap.
Yeah, probably.
So,
Except that you just...
Hmm?
Yeah, except that you just replace the tortilla with just a lettuce leaf, which is possible. I get it.
I can't help but laugh. I think TJ won that one by technicality. Or did he? He might have fouled too. Flynn's got a soft lizard belly. Flynn snorts, rubbing his stomach.
Oh, don't even try to tell me about stuff, asshole. And looks like you swallowed a fish bowl.
Speaking of which, food! We all pass the bags around to get our food. a chicken sandwich for Jenna and TJ, roast beef for me and Leo, and 3 large veggie burgers that almost take up their own bag for Carl.
Oh my god. Are you sure that those are veggie? That is definitely not lettuce.
It's actually just weed.
He actually just eating wheat at this point.
Straight from straight from the burger.
Straight from the burger, I mean, he is a ram. He just ate the grass on the ground.
Flynn, as usual, isn't eating anything. I think it's a lizard thing. To just not eat?
He just not eat and starve. Like, no worries. I just go out at night to just, I don't know, the adoption center and just get a meal.
He's like a plant. He photosynthesizes.
I just eat the sun. That's why I'm cold-blooded.
I keep my seat on the bed as I unwrap the foil around my sandwich. The smell wafts up from the beef, making my mouth water and bringing some memories up with it. We'd all spent many nights at the old diner. I can remember the night me and Carl graduated. Leo took us all straight from Peyton High to the diner, skipping out on the all-night graduation party for sandwiches and milkshakes. To be honest, that sounds much better.
Yeah, that's kind of nice. Chicken milkshakes. That's amazing.
I take a huge bite and a yellow bell pepper slips out the other end, landing back in the foil. That reminds me, here it's always interesting to see what different countries call like different sorts of places and food. Like here, when there's a diner, they make sure to specifically call it an American diner.
I mean, fair enough, I guess. That is probably the closest thing to like American food restaurant.
True, just diner food.
Yeah, it's just diner for for me at least, it's like the closest thing to it.
I still think soul food is up there as well.
That is true. Or just McDonald's, I guess.
Whoa, slow down. You're going to choke. I know, I have a friend who's really into Leo, and I know if he watches this, he's just going to be judging my voice for him the entire time.
Hello, please forgive us.
We're new to this.
We're new to this, please.
Suddenly, I'm almost falling over to the side as something heavy plants itself next to me on the bed. I quickly grab a napkin and bring it to my muzzle, wiping away the grease. Hey, Leo. Leo chuckles at my embarrassment and unwraps his own sandwich. Sorry if the bread is a little soggy. Grobo over here took his sweet time getting to the car.
Oh.
Oh no, there was a notification.
Oh boy.
Let me just X out of that. We'll know that for next time.
Oh no. Okay. Hey, working in a town hall is serious business. I don't have a family business I can just waltz out of like you.
Hey Flynn, I'll bet you I can eat this whole burger in 1 minute.
Son of a bitch, I'm recording that.
That's an appropriate response, Flynn.
Yeah, he's interested. Okay. Is that a fucking joke? Of course you can. You ate my family, okay?
Yeah, but what about 2 burgers? Don't choke, Carl.
Please show Gar. Okay.
I decide to keep the conversation on Leo's job, since the whole reason that's why he's still here. Is business still pretty good? Yeah, Peyton's getting bigger, so is the number of customers. I guess it's a good thing your dad moved it out of Echo, huh? For sure, the place is turning into a ghost town. It probably will be in another decade or 2. By some standards, it already is. I take another bite of my sandwich, biting right into another bell pepper. Ah, you're just getting super unlucky, huh?
Yeah, insanely lucky. Or he just gave you a red bell pepper sandwich. Or a dog.
Maybe he's into it. I'd forgotten how good the diner food is. It looks like he is.
Yeah, he really likes it. Just like me, who likes chicken lemons.
I still don't understand that.
It's just good.
I noticed TJ sitting next to Jenna at the table, picking unhappily at his lettuce-wrapped chicken. Jenna seems to as well as she leans towards him.
What's wrong, TJ? It's just... never mind. It doesn't matter. you sure? It's just a major. I forgot to put it on everything here.
Oh my god, he's just like me, for real, for real.
He's just like me for real too. Oh
Mayo
my god.
sucks.
Major can be good in moderation, but every single time that someone puts major on something, they just put a ton of it, and it's just disgusting.
That's another thing I don't understand. How? Why?
Yeah, like put major on it. Yeah, sure, but why do you need to have like half the bottle of major in there? Like, I don't get it.
Nothing makes sense.
Nothing at all.
Jenna lifts up the bun on her sandwich, inspecting its contents.
Not just the major really getting my chicken here. No, you don't have.
Jenna picks up TJ's sandwich and swaps out his grilled chicken. She rips off the layer of mayo-tainted lettuce from his lettuce bun before swapping her chicken in.
Here, how's that? Thanks.
It's then that TJ looks up and sees Leo and I staring at him. I see his ears flatten in embarrassment.
What?
Nothing, TJ. Nothing. So, are your parents still letting you live in the house here in Echo? Yeah, we actually tried to sell it last year, but of course no one bought. I think 2 people came to look, but took off once they saw the town.
I mean, fair enough. All the circles and the crops, that doesn't help, you know?
Yeah, makes us look like we're some kind of alien fanatics, but trust me.
Yeah, I mean, did you know the guy from the intro? He says that like the town always goes around in circles. That's just part of the image.
Yeah. Anyway, my parents are living in Peyton in a house twice as big as the old one. Well, it must be pretty cool living in your own house. My parents are constantly breathing down my neck, so that's, you know, nice. Leo's already finished his first sandwich, and now he's unwrapping the second. He sure could eat a lot. How many people are still here, anyway? In the town, I mean. Leo takes another bite, and I hear the crunch of the peppers through his muzzle. He chews thoughtfully for a moment before swallowing. Not too sure. Of course, I know almost everyone here, but most don't actually live here anymore. Most everyone's turned their old house into a sort of vacation home now. Really? Why? I can't imagine anyone coming here for a vacation. Unless your hobbies are meth or dying of heat stroke.
Yeah, I do favorite things. Nice.
Well, there's probably a lot of meth heads here.
Yeah.
Oh, well, they've got all their old houses here. It's cheap to build. And the town is actually trying to turn that old lake into a recreational thing. Like Emma? Yeah, they're putting in docks and stuff. Huh. Like Emma's the old reservoir just a few minutes outside of town. As kids, we used to play around there all the time. It was generally an ugly place. Dead fish on the banks, a terrible smell, and mosquitoes everywhere. And then again, it could have changed since then. I haven't been there in 12 years now? None of us have. Thinking about the lake is making my stomach tighten again, forcing away my appetite in the process. It's been so long at this point, I need to learn to get over things. Actually, that reminds me. The others are pretty deep in their own conversations, but I lower my voice anyway, leaning into Leo. Hey, Leo. Leo turns to me. He had been in the middle of a massive bite, and now he has a bell pepper half hanging out of his muzzle. That throws off my train of thought for a second. Oh yeah. So I wanted to get some shots of the lake for my project. Leo ducks his head to pull out the pepper from his muzzle, only to shove it back in a second later. He chews for a while, but his ears are still tipped towards me, so I go on. It's kind of important to Echo's history. Anyway, you told me that on Monday everyone's free during lunch. I can tell by the set of Leo's ears that he knows where I'm going, and he's not too into the idea. I quickly go on. Of course, we don't have to. If it's been a long time, and if the town is making it look better, it could be fun. Listen, Chase. I feel my face burn a little under the fur. Sorry, it was a dumb idea. No, Chase. If it were up to me, I'd definitely do it. It's just... Leo looked towards Flynn, and I do as well, finding him still bantering with Carl.
It doesn't matter how fucking fast you eat. I'm not gonna get impressed.
He's got that classic Flynn look on his face, where he's pressing his lips together, trying not to smile. What if I ate all three?
Oh, yes, he's good. You already ate the most of the first one, so that's not gonna happen now, is it?
I look back down at my sandwich. I suddenly feel really guilty. Here I am, back after 3 years, just assuming that I know how everyone feels. Now I'm kind of feeling like an imposter. Oh no!
No, no,
We can't escape it here either.
we can't escape it. No, as long as they don't say the two forbidden words, everything is fine.
We got a lot of that in the Danganronpa Another translation.
Because we didn't play Danganronpa Another, and there were like 50 indices that they say among us. It was 50 too many.
Leo notices, like he always did, and he nudges me with his shoulder. Hey, don't worry about it. It's not your fault. Suddenly, Leo's ears perk up, and I know he suddenly had an idea. His ears made him easily readable, just as reading people came easily to him. It made it all the more impressive that he was able to tell what most of us are thinking, considering my short, stubby ears. Or Flynn's lack thereof. Listen, there's a cool little spot by the river that's actually pretty close to the lake. We could have lunch, and you could walk over and get your shots. The idea makes me feel a bit better. Alright, that could be fun. Also, this motel doesn't have a pool, so it'll be really nice to swim in something. Heh, otters in their waters. Anyway, I'll have to ask Flynn, but I think he'll be okay with it.
What would really impress me if you didn't eat the rest? So what if I ate 4 of them?
You're a funny guy, Flynn. Carl goes right back to shoving the next burger into his mouth as Flynn looks on in mild disgust. He suddenly notices us watching him and he gives us an odd look, but that slowly morphs into a smirk as he focuses on Leo.
You are looking pretty happy there, Leo. Not like you have been for the past 3 years.
I furrow my brow in confusion and look up at Leo. I see him shift and he's giving Flynn a look that I don't quite understand. Well, of course I'm happy to see you all back together again. That is not what Flynn mean. You know that Flynn doesn't mean that, and you know that he knows that you're trying to avoid the subject.
Yeah, he really doesn't. He's just really like, okay, sure.
I look from Leo to Flynn, and it's pretty easy to imagine a bolt of electricity between them.
Yeah, you have Sam, Chase. It got days without smiling.
Agreed. Leo's been kind of a dick ever since you guys left.
Isn't Jen a counselor? Hey, you should have session with Leo. I'm still an undergrad. I'm not going into counseling anyways. That would just make me sad.
TJ is busy trying to hold his sandwich together and eat it at the same time. Not very successfully, but he looks up as well. Yeah, how do you hold this type of sandwich together?
Yeah, like, did you just like wrap the entire hand around it? Or...
It just sounds complicated.
It's insane. Like, just get some sort of like wrapping or something.
Yes, please.
Lead brace? It's hard to imagine not smiling. Just a final line.
Ah, TJ.
Oh my god, TJ. He does sound like someone. He does sound like someone who just thinks on religion and that's it. That's somewhat be kind on you.
For the first time since he's arrived, Leo looks truly uncomfortable. You don't see him like that very often. Flynn, on the other hand, has his trying not to smirk face on. Leo pauses, pinned down by everyone's eyes in the room. Then he takes a frustrated breath. Can't people be sad sometimes? Yes, things have been harder, but I'm fine. I think it's pretty clear that Flynn, Leo flicks his long muzzle at the lizard, is just trying to get some reactions.
He's doing it. Sure, I'm just saying you're back to your old self. But seriously, it's great.
Leo makes a snorting sound. I'm about to ask Leo what's so stressful when he lifts his paw up again to take a bite of his almost finished sandwich. I go quiet as I look at his paw. A silver anchor tied around his wrist with leather The word otter is etched into the shank of the anchor. The name
Yeah.
Chase is engraved into the stock.
He literally just showing it right in front of it in front of everyone.
Well, you will quickly find out that their relationship wasn't really a secret.
Yeah. Okay, I can see that now.
Why was he still...
Chase!
I jump as TJ's voice breaks through my trance, bouncing on the bed once I come down. Leo looks at me as the bed wobbles, an eyebrow raised. TJ puts a paw to his muzzle.
Sorry, you were just kind of turning off into space.
So I screamed your name at the top of my lungs.
Yeah, that kind of catches everyone off guard.
Yeah, just thinking about stuff. What's up?
Wait, you think too? We were just talking about the last game. Didn't you tell me that you saw the movie on the drive here?
I really don't get you right now, TJ. The last game was the worst Lions Brigade movie.
You're just mad 'cause they didn't follow the comics. Yeah, Carl, as a movie, it was just better. I'm sure the comics are great too, though. Nah, the comics are shit. Carl tried showing them to me once.
What? See, this is the problem. They never follow the source material and no one cares because they have no respect for the originals, man. You're way too picky, Carl. The last game was a great movie. Not you too, Leo.
Oh no. I don't know, I think Legion Brigade was always a bit too violent for me. But with all the shooting and punching. I always liked the Trinity whistle. She's the Digimon superhero.
Carl waves his paw dismissively. The Trinity comics have always been pretty lame. They're jerk-off fodder for lonely nerds. And so's the movie. Ha, you mean like yourself? Hey.
Hold on, we are talking about Trinity now? Julia Vasco. She's hella fine. Never seen an ass like hers on a whistle before. That's because it's fake. No, it's just like the story.
Uh-huh,
It's
TJ.
it's
Sure.
just for the plot.
Yeah, I watch it for the plot.
I'm ready for the plot. Very interesting. It's really kind of deep, if you think about it. It was hard to think about when half the shots are slow-mo and she's doing all the flips and backhands and shit. I didn't think it was your sort of thing anyway, Flame.
Flynn doesn't have time to retort before Jenna shifts her attention, seemingly coming to TJ's defense.
Come on, Trinity does have more story going on than your average superhero movies. And then it's great that you like her character over all the meatheads.
Yeah, they just stuck in all the boob shots to reel in the dummies.
Of course, that's easy for someone like you to say besides. I see what's going on here. Maybe you should watch Lucha Lobo. DJ, it's surely the world time.
TJ's ears go flat, tufts pointed at the ground.
I better stop it. I better stop with all this saucy talk. The only way they could get any more awkward is if Jack gets sprung.
We all groan in unison, but TJ shoots right back.
And knowing you, this is exactly what you want to happen, isn't it, Flynn?
That gets a few surprised chuckles. Damn, TJ, where'd that come from? It isn't that it's a particularly good joke. It's that it came from TJ that makes it so funny. I don't think I've ever heard him talk like that. Even Flynn can't keep from grinning a little bit.
He's getting the fail. No.
We talk late into the afternoon. At this point, all of my worries have disappeared, leaving a happy, warm feeling in its place. It seems silly that I'd been so nervous earlier. In fact, I'm starting to look forward to the rest of the week. Alright. Leo steps forward, indicating that we should all shut up. Now, we all need to remember that Chase is here to do his school project, so that comes first. But I did make a few other plans for things we can do on his off time. I'm pretty sure all of us know that we're going to Southwest Adventures tomorrow, so I'll pick these two up. He jerks his head towards Flynn and Carl. And swing by the motel to get you guys at 9, alright?
Sounds good.
Then, I was thinking about doing some stuff in Peyton towards the end of the week, but we'll make those plans later. In between those times, we should find time to hang out as well. Make the most of this. Leo looks about done, but suddenly snaps his fingers as if remembering something. Oh yeah, Chase, I saw you had a camera. What did you think, that he was just gonna take the shots with his phone?
Yeah, what do you think? That he was just going to do the entire shots with in mind or something?
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, Leo. I think you can get a pic of us. It would be nice for all of us to have something that isn't camera phone quality. Oh, sure.
When what this came out?
I mean, this game came out relatively recently, but I think the actual story takes place a while ago.
Yeah, that makes sense because right now camera quality is pretty damn good. So
Yeah, and I know there's a prequel to this game that takes place before the 2000s, so...
yeah, that is pretty old. Okay, understandable.
Oh sure, I was messing with the self-timer earlier. Should be able to get it to work. After a few minutes of me adjusting the tripod and Leo adjusting everyone at the end of one of the beds, we managed to get into position. Alright, here goes. I set the timer and fast walked to the spot Leo saved for me. Are we gonna get to see the CG?
Yeah, a beautiful moment. Everyone in a motel room.
You can't exactly tell that it's a motel room from this shot.
Yeah, that's true.
You can tell that Carl's still high.
Yeah, he's very high. Oh my god. He's
For the next 2 hours, we watched a movie on TV, not really paying attention, mostly catching up with each other on how we'd been. It's good to be back, and it feels like we're all just picking up where we left off 3 years ago. It's really nice. Finally, at about 10, Leo, Carl, and Flynn head out. I spend the next 20 minutes tinkering with the equipment, making sure it's all in order for shooting the next day. Once TJ finishes getting ready for bed in the bathroom, I do as well before getting into bed, head to toe with TJ. There's a soft glow from the corner as Jenna sits at the table reading something. I lay in bed, staring at the ceiling, waiting for her to go to sleep. There's a chain attached to my ankle as I walk away from the lake, my legs and feet caked in mud. I look back, seeing the chain snaking back around the rocks and reeds before disappearing into the water. Looking ahead again, I see Leo. He's smiling, waving at me. I walk towards him and the chain stays slack, pulling easily out of the water. There's an anchor in the lake, I say. I stare at him, but he doesn't say anything and just keeps on smiling. I crouch on the rocks, wrapping the chain around my wrist a few times. Leo kneels next to me, rubbing my back and sticking out his arm to compare our bracelets, saying that everyone gets one. He seems happy, but now I'm stuck here. I can't even stand up to walk.
This is a nightmare.
What it is, it's a metaphor.
Yeah.
That's what it is, it's a metaphor.
Oh yeah, my brain is just too small.
It's fine. Okay, so that was day 1 of Echo. I was thinking that we might be able to end the first episode here. We might do it like day by day. But some days are shorter than others, so we can include multiple days in those videos.
Yeah, we have to see like how much we do and how much we can record for that.
Yeah, but so thank you everyone for watching our first episode of our Echo playthrough. Hope you enjoyed it, and we will see. Yeah, we'll see you all in the next episode, where we're gonna be on Sunday, and a lot more stuff is going to happen.